Bam. Hey guys, welcome to the Blog Podcast. Once again, it's your boy Vic, and once again we have your boy Julian and your girl Kimberly.
Yes, sir.
You know the usual. Today we're gonna be talking. Today we're gonna be talking about financial responsibilities in a relationship. So, I think Kimberly and Julian, they got a lot of things to say about this topic. Me and Kimberly were always arguing about this specific topic, but I wanted us to talk about it because I think it's also a good conversation to have. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna start with Kimberly. Kimberly,
To specify though,
yeah,
I would like to say that we're talking about financial responsibilities at different stages of a relationship. So the dating stage versus girlfriend boyfriend relationships versus marriage.
got you.
Yeah.
Lean forward a little bit, Kimberly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
I mean,
what would you say the responsibility is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, me?
Hear your
Oh.
perspective first.
I think so I can speak for myself, my own personal opinion.
I mean, yeah.
I think that
Wait, let's also go stage by stage.
yes.
Okay.
So I think that during the dating stage, I think there's absolutely no financial responsibility that any person should have pre-commitment. I think the only kind of financial responsibility might be just, if you ask someone out on a date. For me personally, if a guy asks me out on a date, I expect for him to pay for the date. Outside of paying for a date or paying for experiences, spending time with each other, I don't expect him to buy me things. I don't expect him. I mean, if he wants to be chivalrous and buy some roses or whatever, if he takes it up on himself and makes a decision to do it, I think that's very nice, and I would accept it. But I personally would not make any requests or have any expectations of him during that stage.
Okay.
As far as being in a committed relationship,
Okay.
we're going step by step.
Actually, wait.
We're gonna.
Yeah,
you want to talk about that on that level?
Yeah.
Then we
And
go
then
to the
we'll
next
go.
step,
Oh,
or
okay,
just
okay.
want to go the whole step? Then we.
I think
I
we
don't know,
should
what
go
do you guys
one
think?
at a time.
Let's go one at a
Okay,
time.
so
So that's just the dating
Yeah.
stage.
that's the dating stage.
So
How do you feel about the dating stage?
Dating, okay. To you guys,
Okay.
dating is basically like what is because
I'm about to say we need to get the
yeah. What is
terminology of
dating?
what
Because
is
I
dating.
feel like if we're in a relationship, we're actually dating each other.
No,
So that's not dating.
no, that's
what's-
not dating.
What is that?
Okay, so what's
Dating for me is the courting phase.
Oh, you mean?
Oh, that's
that.
what it is for you.
Pre-commitment.
So what is the
So
commitment
I've met
stage
you.
called?
Hold on. So I've met you, right?
Together
We're
forever.
getting to know each other.
Yeah.
We're going out on dates,
Yeah.
but we haven't made the decision
To
to
be-
be formally and officially in a relationship.
Oh,
where
that
I
is
say,
the dating.
You're my person and I'm your person.
Oh.
So
I mean,
before
technically,
we
yeah,
make
I
that
think that
commitment
is.
to each other, we're just dating and getting
So
to know
when you
each
make
other.
the commitment, what is that?
Once
Say.
you've made a commitment to each other, that's
a couple?
now we are in a relationship.
Oh, okay, so there's
Now
dating,
you
then
are
there's a
my
relationship.
person.
Okay.
I'm your
Okay.
person.
See, I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're my boyfriend.
Yes.
I'm your girlfriend.
So what boyfriend girlfriend were dating? Technically.
So
No,
no.
Okay,
boyfriend,
okay,
girlfriend.
okay.
In her terminology, boyfriend and girlfriend, then relationship.
Okay.
Well, equals relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, got you. I hear you now.
Okay, but for you guys, before you
But
make the
for me-
commitment, when you're just dating, this person is not your girlfriend. You're getting to know each other. You're dating. What are the financial responsibilities do you think, if any?
If we're just dating, like, what are you talking about financial? If you bring anything about financial responsibility,
I wish
when we're
somebody
just like
would,
date, according to you, when we're like in a talking stage and you bring any financial responsibility, that very moment,
It's a red flag.
it's red flag. It's like literally bye.
Okay.
It's like that's it. Like I don't even understand. Like if you're talking to me about financial stability, like, bro.
No.
I think-
But you know what? Most persons wouldn't even bring it up that way, though. They might say, "Hey, I'm in a jam," or would you mind helping me out with my phone bill or with
Oh
gas.
my God,
We-
no.
we-
Oh my God.
Or a
no.
guy
Oh
might
my
say-
God.
no, that's
or a
different.
guy might
No,
ask
if-
the same
if-
question,
no,
girl or guy.
no. If I'm talking to if I'm like we're in the
Oh
talking
my
stage
gosh.
and she's like, oh please, there's some, I have an issue and once you pay my gas, I'm gonna pay our gas. Like that's fine. But that's not my responsibility. I'm just doing that because
Yeah.
in the moment she needed that.
Okay,
like
okay.
that's fine to
Okay,
do that.
yeah.
But I'm not the kind of person to be like, oh no, I'm never spending on you. No, I could spend on you, but it's not my responsibility. I'm
It's not-
spending because I want to spend,
Right.
not because I'm like
Obligated.
obligated to spend on you. You know what I mean?
I could never ask. Like, I don't think
So
I've
that's
ever
that's
asked
what
a
I'm
ma-
saying.
I don't think I've ever asked a man for, like, I couldn't. Especially
Mm-hmm.
if I'm just getting to know you. I could not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great
but
for you. Very, very proud of you, by the way.
no, I mean, but there are women who do it, and I don't judge them. I just know that it's not something that I
It's
would
not
be
for
capable
you.
of doing.
I
Right.
got you.
What about
Yeah.
you,
I think,
Julian?
like-
Okay, so what
Do-
would you say in the
Yeah,
talking
there's, like,
stage?
no, I'm not. What am I? What am
Zero.
I
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think
And
we're
then
all
it's like-
agreed, and I
yeah,
think most
yeah.
people are probably agreed on
in
this.
the
Yeah, I'm
talking
not-
stage, we're not doing all that.
Right. Okay.
I'm-
So let's. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, well, just I'm gonna be honest. Even with the like, you gotta hear me out. So even with the whole like, if you need money for gas, you
Mhm.
know, gas is a little expensive right now. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, if I wasn't here, how would you pay for your gas?
Right.
Because I don't want to make this seem like I'm enabling certain behaviors to where like you might not be taking care of your responsibilities, and now because I'm here, oh well, Julian can pay for it because he paid for it last time. Or, oh, well,
Oh.
my phone bill, maybe I don't have to make those payments. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen. It's just the way that I look at it sometimes is like,
I got you.
I don't want to enable certain behaviors, especially if you are not my girlfriend. I'm not paying for none of that.
Yeah. What
Be-
about dates?
No, but I think I don't think that's that. If it becomes like that, then it's obviously like that's a red flag. That she's trying to be like whatever, just be using you for like whatever, I guess, or
Right.
whatever. But like if it's like a first time or like something really happened, then I don't see any reason why not.
Yeah.
To.
What about dates?
What about okay?
Well,
we're
I
talking
pay
about
f-
these dates right now.
Well, no,
Oh, when you go on a date?
No,
Yeah.
I pay for
Oh, if we're in the talking stage and
It's
I
annoying.
took you out on a date, I'm paying for it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. But the thing is,
Yeah,
the thing
like
that kind
if
of
we're in the
annoys
talking
me
stage.
is that, like, obviously, I pay for it because I asked you. But the thing is, like, it's kind of annoying because in modern dating, in order to get a woman, you have to ask her out.
No, I'm
But,
not.
like,
even-
not-
I'm
you
not,
don't
I'm
have to
not
go to,
paying
like,
for
a
it
dinner.
because I asked you out anyway. I don't even care if you ask me out. If we got even friends, if I go out with my friend, I would wanna pay for their food.
Why?
Like if I no like a girl if I go out with a girl as a friend, right? And they want and we got some food. Like like I go to LA, whatever, and I'm like I meet up with an old friend like as a girl, not even like a guy. A guy he has to pay for his own damn food, but a girl for some reason I don't know. I would even for guys sometimes I want it, but whatever. I'm talking about girls specifically. Like I would want to be like, okay, I'll pay for that just because I have like this thing where I because it's not like an everyday thing. Now, if we were
You
dating,
wanted to pay. Wait. Do they pay you back?
no, I don't care about that. That's nothing. It's like what $20 for
So,
food, $30 for food.
So
You know what I mean? We're just
every-
going to grab food, and it's like they don't. It's not like they.
No,
If
right.
it's someone that expects me to pay, I'm not gonna pay. But if it's like, oh, we just went to eat, and I'm just like, whatever. It's $50 for the bill, whatever. I'm gonna pay. It's
Yeah.
like I don't care. It's like $50 is really not that nothing. But if it's like where somebody like, for example, like that's someone I just like we just went out to just eat one time. Like even my friend that we're going out to eat every day, I'm not paying for your food
Okay,
every day.
okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it's like someone that like
So
we just
once in a
went,
while?
yeah, like
Okay.
I'm just in town and we just go to grab some food.
Okay, but what
Okay.
about a girl that you're dating? You're not committed yet.
In a
but you're
relationship-
dating. You're not in a relationship.
Yeah, that's
you're
what I'm
just
saying.
dating her.
That's what
You're gonna
I-
pay
that's
for
what
her
I'm saying.
food. Okay.
Yes,
And
if I
you
was
do.
just dating you, like we're talking, that's what you think. If we're talking, like
Yeah.
we're going to like, and we'll go eat. Yes,
Okay.
I'll pay, because like we're just talking. But really, if I'm actually in a relationship with you, in a relationship, and we're going out to eat, I'm not gonna be paying all the time for the food.
Yeah, dog. That's,
If we're in a relationship, if we're on the talking stage, I could pay for the food. But if we're in a relationship as a commitment, we're gonna be going out together more often.
A lot,
We're
yeah.
gonna be doing more things. I'm not gonna be paying for the food all the time. And if you are the kind of person that expect me to pay all the time, that is a red flag for me personally.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But if we're in the talking stage, I would pay for it. Because like I'm like we're not gonna be going out all the time if we're in the talking stage. We're going out once. If I'm going out once in a while with somebody, yeah,
You don't mind. Okay.
Yeah.
But okay. What
Also,
about
wait.
you? Okay, so let's move on to girlfriend. Oh,
Wait,
go
okay.
ahead.
Or okay, no, you can go. It's fine.
Yeah,
No,
let's-
no. I was just gonna move it from because we
Okay.
already
Okay, let's
we're
go.
tapping
Okay.
out of. Okay.
Okay.
So
Girlfriend stage.
So now we're moving on to you're now in a committed relationship. You've dated, you've done the talking stage, and you're like, okay, I want to move this to the next level. I want you to be my girlfriend, or I want you to be my boyfriend.
And we're dating.
And
we're like
now you are
in a
my.
relationship.
We are
You
in a
guys are
committed relationship.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
together. Okay.
Yes.
What are financial responsibilities?
So what in this area? What
Yeah.
are the financial responsibilities?
Nothing.
Do you want me to go first?
I will
or-
go first.
Okay,
Nothing.
go ahead.
Literally, not. I have no financial responsibility to you. Like I said earlier, dating in a relationship, whatever you want to call it, I don't have any financial responsibility to you. The only time that but we're gonna go to that next. But the only time that I even have some sort of financial responsibility to to you is when we're married, and that's because we're living in the same house. And if if we're dating as a boyfriend and girlfriend and you're living in my house, I don't expect you to be paying my bills. But if we are dating as a boyfriend and girlfriend and we move in together into like a place as a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and we move in to a place together, then I expect us to like kind of split the bill.
bills. Okay.
Yeah.
Some
So you
like,
want a roommate?
And
Okay.
I'm not. Yes. Okay. If you want to call it a roommate, then fine. I don't care. Yeah, that's fine. If you want to call it a roommate, that's fine. But
Okay.
I expect us to like.
that.
I'm not saying we got to split 50 or whatever. We're gonna split responsibilities. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
If we're as
Fair
a boyfriend and girlfriend moving in together, but if you leave your place and you move into my house, I was already paying this bill. I was already paying for my utility and everything. We'll find you. I'm not gonna ask you
Would
for
you
any
want
of
her
that.
to contribute something?
If she wants to contribute, then she can. You know what I mean? And that would be nice if she wants to be like, oh, but it doesn't matter because I'm doing that anyways. Like, you know what I mean? If we're going into something together, that's an additional, like, let's say I'm living in a one bedroom or whatever.
okay.
And then we want to move into something and want to get like a bigger space or like, you know, I know what I can afford as myself. Like,
Right,
you know,
right.
I know my rent limit. Like, let's say I'm like, I can't afford my 2,000 or I can't afford 1,500 as like myself. But if I'm moving in with you and we're going to be renting a place that's 2,500, 3,000, like, I'm not going to be paying 3,000, like, extra $3,000.
by yourself.
Yeah, especially why are we even
That's
moving in
stupid.
together
I'm
if we're
sorry.
just like
That's
boyfriend and girlfriend? I mean,
Right.
unless like we're like very serious like that. But
Yeah.
like, but keep going next,
Okay.
Jillian.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't believe that there's any financial responsibility in terms of I'm like you said, like I'm obligated to pay certain things because you're not my wife, quite frankly. And if we do go on that basis, then we have to go on the basis of that's a very traditional concept. And if you want to be traditional in that sense, we can do it. It's not the fact that I can't afford it. It's just the fact that you're not my wife. So it doesn't really make sense to me. But again, if we go to the traditional standpoint of that's a thing that traditional men do, then what traditional things on a woman's standpoint are you doing? Are you cooking? Are you cleaning? Are you taking care of those things? Not to say that I can't cook or clean. Like, I have no problem doing that. But it's just like, if you want to be traditional, you have to be traditional all around. Because it's not fair to put all the traditional financial responsibilities on a man, and then there's no traditional responsibilities of a woman that you're willing to take on. Personally, that doesn't make sense to me. If you want to go 50-50, perfectly fine, because I believe that's what a relationship is. I give you everything I have, you give me everything you have. We go out to dinner, pay your share, because that's your share. Now, when you are my wife, we'll get there. I have no problem paying for all of that because you're my wife. I'm going to take care of you. But when you're my girlfriend, I don't believe that there's any financial obligation I have. Again, it's not because I don't have it, but it's because I'm not responsible for you. And I'm definitely not paying your bills. Those are your bills. Those
Yeah,
are your
what?
responsibilities. It is not my job to pay that. If you want to go find a man that does that, have fun. I don't care. But I'm not going to be going into my pocket to pay your responsibilities, and then I'm going to be at a less of a financial threshold because I'm paying for somebody that's not even mine. That makes no sense. Like, legally, you're not even, like, contracts, like in marriage, you sign documents. You're not even mine, and I'm paying thousands of dollars a month. That makes no sense. And in my opinion, honestly, it's manipulation on men to convince them that they have to pay all these things. You don't have to pay these things. She doesn't have to agree. That's perfectly fine. But like that makes it makes no sense. Like it literally makes no sense at all to make someone think it. In my opinion, if the roles were reversed and women were forced to do this, it's still stupid. It's a dumb concept to think that someone that is not yours, someone you're not contractually obligated to.
Not yours. I think everyone needs to take responsibility for that shit.
Huh?
But continue. Continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it's just like the fact that I'm financially responsible for someone that's not my blood, someone that I probably don't live with, someone I'm not contractually obligated to take care of.
Yeah.
I'm paying your bills. I'm paying
your...
No. That makes no sense.
We're not doing that. 2020,
that makes no sense.
1999, 1800, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. Now, again, I can pay for things here and there. Like, sure, you want to go, all right, I could do that here. But, like, expecting me to do that?
Yeah, if you expect me to do it.
No.
So you're saying so you're saying dates, you're splitting the bill 50-50?
Yeah.
On dates, you're splitting the bill 50-50?
I mean, I don't have a problem paying it, but it's just like, why not?
Oh, really?
I'd like to have a discussion on why not.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And if someone can if
we're just talking, like if we're talking, like I'm trying to get to know you and stuff, and I take you out on a date as a talking stage, not my girlfriend, just talking, I'm gonna pay for it.
But you said once the person becomes your girlfriend, you're no longer paying for all the dates.
No. If you're my girlfriend now, I'm not paying for all the dates. Yes, because we're gonna be going to more dates.
Yeah,
we're gonna be doing more
things.
We're going
out all the time.
And also, it's like, as a girlfriend, we're more supporting each other now. Like like in the talking stage, I'm trying to get you. You know what I mean? And when I'm trying to get you, it's just like I just feel like.
So when you're trying to get me, you'll pay for my dates. But once you have me,
I'm not paying.
I can't.
No. It's like when I'm trying to get you, it's like. We're not going out all the time. We're going out once.
So it's a matter of now it's more expensive.
It's not like it's more expensive. It's like now now we're doing it more often. That's one.
So it's more expensive.
And then two, it's like more of a thing that like we're just like one kinda. It depends on the stage of the relationship too. Like I feel like we're kind of like the same. We're like teammates now, fighting this whatever battle it is. You know what I mean? We're teammates. So as teammates, we're gonna do things together.
I see.
So like if we're on a talking stage, we're not teammates. Like I'm trying to get you on my team. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to sign you.
Yeah, like I'm trying to get you on my team. But when we hate, and I feel like as a teammate, you should want to support your own teammate too.
Quite frankly,
that's what I think.
And but like okay, two things. One, before I get killed, I do want it to be known that, again, I don't have a problem paying. It's just like, when you're my wife, I will pay for everything and anything you want. But the way that I'm looking at it is I'm trying to build a financial kingdom. I'm trying to get as much money as I possibly can, not just for me, but for financial freedom and for generational wealth. In order for me to get there, I have to make smart financial moves. Me paying all these bills that you are capable of paying, that makes no sense. Now, 10 years down the line, sweetheart, if you want to go to Aruba for a month, I will pay for everything. You're my wife. I have no problem doing that. But we have to get to that point. Okay. And you don't just get to that point overnight. These are habits that you have to build in order to get there.
Make sure when you edit the clip, you put that part in.
Yeah. Because
no, the part about when he's married, he'll pay for everything.
Yeah, because they're gonna get this out for the other part.
Oh, okay.
But it's fine.
No, it's fine. Go ahead. What about you at the dating stage? In the relationship stage, whatever that's called.
Okay, let me just compose myself because wow, this was a lot to absorb.
Okay.
It was a long time.
Okay.
All right.
She was kind of quiet.
Great. I'm sorry.
Oh boy. Sorry, get it out.
All right. Julian.
See, I knew.
What's going on?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
I don't know why. It's just
I knew
really.
it was coming.
I
knew it was coming.
Okay. All right. Okay. So if I'm in a committed relationship with a man, first of all, again, let me say this, and this is just a personal thing. I personally have never asked anyone I'm in a relationship with for any money, but that's just because I personally have anxiety around asking for things. That's
Okay,
a
so
whole
are you speaking for yourself or are you speaking for people out there?
No,
'Cause I
I'm
don't
not
understand.
speaking. No,
Speak
both
for
of you
yourself,
spoke for
though.
both of you spoke for yourselves.
Yeah, you guys speak for yourself.
So I'm speaking for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying for me personally, I
Okay.
have never asked a man for money or for any help with anything, and I don't think I ever would be able to. Are you okay, Victor?
Kimberly, you're contradicting yourself right now. Cause look at what.
I'm starting. I'm not finished.
Yeah, you got-
This
let-
is
let-
just
yeah,
the
All right,
beginning.
finish and I'll tell you
I
why
hear
you're
you.
contradicting yourself.
You
Go
can't
ahead.
tell me why I'm
No,
contradicting
go
myself
ahead.
because you
Go
don't know
ahead.
what my thoughts are.
No, because it's like you're trying to tell me
I'm not
I've
trying
never
to tell
asked
you
a man,
anything.
but
I'm starting
if we're in a
off.
relationship, I want you to be like.
Would you like to speak
Go ahead,
for me?
Go ahead. Yes.
No,
I'd
go
love
ahead
to-
and speak for
No,
me.
yeah,
No,
okay, I'll
we're
speak
not
for
doing
you.
this. We're not doing this.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead,
We hear you.
Kimberly.
Okay.
Go off, Kim.
As I was saying,
Mm-hmm.
I personally have issues around asking for help.
Okay.
So if I was going to be evicted tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I was in a relationship with a man who had the capacity to help me financially, I could not do it because it's a thing that I have that I cannot ask for help.
Okay.
However, Victor.
I said okay. I hear
Okay,
you.
good.
I'm what?
Okay, I felt like you're about to jump in.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not jumping in. I want you to finish before I jump in. Go ahead, man. I'm fucking with you.
However, right?
Yeah.
As far as responsibility goes in a committed relationship, because I date for, again, if we end up in a serious committed relationship, it means that we're working towards marriage, more than likely. It means that we both are on the same page and we're coming to the table like, okay, we're trying to see if this will end in marriage, right? That's a mutual thing that we would have had to agree on. I'm not going to get into a relationship with someone who's like, no, I don't know if I want to be married. I don't know if I want to marry, right? So that considered, again, I would not ask him for anything. I would not expect him to pay my bills. I would not expect him to pay my rent. I would continue to do those things. As far as dates go, again, I would expect that every time we go on a date, you're paying the entire bill, right?
Okay.
Now, I think that if I'm in a relationship with a man, you don't necessarily have to take up any specific bill as your responsibility. But I do think that it is thoughtful to say, where is there anywhere here in your life that I can help you a little bit? It doesn't have to be a lot. It doesn't have to be. Hold on. It doesn't have to be your rent. It doesn't have to be your my bills.
I want to ask.
But okay,
something.
hold
No,
on. But maybe you could say, I love you so much. I see how hard you work. And every now and again, I want to treat you to something. Let me just do your phone bill for you this month, right?
Yeah.
I might not do it next month, but let me do it for you this month because I imagine that you must need some help sometime.
Okay.
Especially if you have the capacity. Obviously, if you don't have the capacity, I would not expect that. But if you were to offer it, it would be really nice, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Or if you were to say, let me treat you to a spa day, something really thoughtful and nice.
Yeah.
Those things, they don't cost that much. And it tells me that you're thinking of me and that you're willing to make sacrifices for me. Again, I'm not saying take me up as your responsibility and pay for all these things. But if I'm with a man and he can't pay for dates for me, he can't see where there's a need without me having to ask and just fill in, then I'm going to be like, wow, what kind of husband are you going to be when you have to do way more,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah. If
Okay,
he doesn't have the
okay,
capacity to do that, how is he going to get to that point?
Right.
Yeah, it makes
Okay,
sense.
I hear you. Okay, but now you made me forget but my question was, you said something specifically. You were like, so if I'm dating this person, I expect him to maybe sometime ask me, how can I help you in
Not dating.
whatever you're not dating, in a relationship
If
with
we're
someone.
in a committed relationship.
How can I help you in some aspect of your life or whatever financially to help you pay a bill, whatever phone bill that you were talking about. What is the problem with why don't a girl say something like that? I'm just it's not even like I'm trying to attack
No,
your
but
question.
I do though.
I'm trying. Oh,
I
you
know.
do?
I know the type of person that I am.
Oh,
And
you
it might
do?
not. And
You-
it might
you-
not be financial. 'Cause I don't. It might not be financial. I'm not gonna necessarily spend any money.
What? But why? I want to ask a question. Why is it that when financial issues come, it's almost as if society made it seem as if the man
Okay.
has
But
to
like-
We are.
That-
Those
but
are
like,
your.
that's what I'm talking
Okay.
about.
All right.
has to, like, you know, I'm just asking though. I'm not talking about, because
I'm not
I hear
saying-
women say things like I hear women say things like, oh, I'll cater to you too, like I'll give you a massage, or like I'll help you.
No, that's not what.
Wait.
Okay.
I'll like let it like when I say ladies say I'll give you a massage, I'll help you warm up your whatever, like do like things like, you know. But when it comes to a guy, it's like a guy catering to a woman. It's like they're expecting a man to like pay for something.
So I'm
And
gonna speak for
I'm
myself.
not saying you.
Hold on. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm
Yeah.
gonna speak for a lot of women that I know.
Right.
I know the kind of woman that I am. When I'm in your life, when we are committed to each other, I know I'm the kind of woman who is going to, if I'm at your house and I see that you're too tired and you've been working and your laundry hasn't been done, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to take it up as my personal responsibility because you're not my husband.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give a boyfriend husband treatment.
Right.
However, if I see you need help anywhere, I'm going to do it.
Right.
I might cook for you. I might pre-prep your meals for the week if I see that that's something you need. Again, not my personal responsibility, but I see a need and I'm filling it, right? I am the type of girlfriend who is probably going to make your doctor's appointments for you. And I'm going to keep checking in with you to make sure you went to the dentist, to make sure you went to the
Kimberly?
doctor. You know what I'm
But-
saying?
but I also-
so if
Yeah,
I am showing up for you in these ways,
okay, yeah. I
you
agree
can
with you.
say, hey, how can I help you this?
I agree with you.
Absolutely.
No, I agree.
And but that's
Well, my
where
quest-
that.
yeah.
But like that's kind of where I was getting to. If I'm going to, and again, it's not my obligation, but kind of like you said, like I have no problem just paying things here and there. But if I'm doing that, what are you doing for me? You know, like it can't just be like all the finances just on me, and then like
Okay,
Okay,
for
I'm
me,
just
for
here.
me
But I don't
personally,
need-
for
yeah.
me, like, I am the kind of person that I would do stuff for someone regardless if they can never do anything for me. So if you,
yeah.
even if you, I'm not
doing that.
I would never do so. If I ever do something for you, I don't expect anything in return. I'm not expecting you to like reciprocate whatever. Like I'm doing
not
it
doing
because,
that.
and that's why I always step.
I'm not
like,
giving my all to
I'm
someone
like,
who cannot
no, it's
even
not like I'm
offer to
giving
help
my
me
all.
ever.
It's not like I'm giving my
But
all.
I give my all.
No,
So
no,
that's
wait,
why
but
I
I'm
need.
saying,
Yeah.
like Kimberly was,
Yeah.
I mean, Julian was talking about like he's saying that like if he's gonna be giving you all these things, like what are you giving me? You know what I mean? So I'm saying that like it doesn't really matter what you're giving me. I will give you what I will give you.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you're giving me, I'll give you me. I'll give you what I'll give you.
I can't
But-
show up in a relationship fully in the way that and again, this is why I haven't had many relationships.
Well, you can't be in a relationship and not show up fully because it's not even.
I can't show up fully for a man who is showing me that I can't be in a relationship and show up fully for a man who cannot show up fully for me and who isn't showing me even just 10% of what he will be and who he will be as a husband.
No, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, it's like I want to stress this. I do not expect you to just in just the same way that I'm not obligated to do any of the things that I said.
Yeah,
But because
you're
I
not.
know who I am. Also, I know
There's
that when
no
it's
right to help.
when there's things like your birthday, anniversaries, and like I'm the type of person who will go all out on your birthday. Like I'm gonna buy you something really nice. I'm gonna treat you. I might take you on vacation. We might go out to a really nice dinner. Like I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna go all in.
So it's like.
So why am I
I-
showing up for a man who can't be like
Yeah,
who can't
no,
spend $80 or
Kimberly,
$100 on a
see,
phone bill like once in a
Kimberly,
while,
Kimberly, if
or
you're
just
like-
say here's $150.
if
I don't
you're
know
like-
how you
see,
can help.
Let me tell you this straight up.
Okay.
If you're that kind of girl that you actually.
seems like from everybody's point of view, well, not from Vic, because it seems like you're just gonna do this initially. You're just gonna give regardless. But I would say, at least from my point of view, and it seems like from Kimberly's point of view, and I would say just for like most people, I personally don't have a problem giving you as long as you are giving to me. It's just when I'm giving to you and it seems like you're just taking everything for granted. I'm just here for monetary value. I'm just here just because you have somebody, rather than like you actually care about me. Again, you don't have to do these things. You're not obligated to do these things. As I'm not obligated to pay your bills, you're not obligated to cook for me. You're not obligated to take care of me. You're not obligated to do my laundry. You're not obligated to do any of those things. But if you do those things, I know for me, I would definitely have no problem paying for dates. I'd have no problem giving you $100 here and there. I have no problem just checking in, making sure, hey, do you need this bill paid? Like you said, I have no problem doing those things. But I just wanted to clarify, at least for me, and I think most people, I don't want to be taken advantage of. And I don't want to just be as like a bank, just here for you, rather than like a person you're in a relationship with. And again, a relationship is 50-50. As I give to you, you have to give to me.
Yeah.
And I think that's just like how most people are. But I just want to clarify, that's definitely how I am.
Don't think it's fair.
I'm just saying that, like, no, I'm not even saying it's fair or not fair. I don't care what anybody says or what is out there. But I'm just saying, as far as your logic of the way you put it, the way
I'm going to explain to you why it's logical.
No, the way you explained it, I was just saying, as far as that ideology that you said, like, you made it seem like, oh, like, it almost seemed as if a monetary factor or, has to come as a compensation for.
No, it's not about compensation.
I know it's not. I know it's not about that. But it's like the fact that the monetary thing was brought up. Instead of like taking care of in the same sense.
No, but that's not what I want. I don't need you to do that.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Don't worry. We don't have to talk about this because it's like I'm almost gonna confuse you. We're just going in circles. Yeah. Let's go to the marriage then.
Okay, let's go to marriage.
Yeah. So in a marriage situation, what are you saying about that?
Okay, in a marriage.
Yeah.
There are, and I'm going to explain why. Just let me finish my thought. In a marriage, I believe that a man, before you should not even ask a woman to marry you until you can provide shelter for you and her and your potential children, until you can educate your children, until you can feed your children a family, until you can feed a family, shelter a family, and educate a family. All this other, maybe, let me finish.
I didn't say
you shouldn't even ask a woman to marry you. That's what I think.
Okay.
I'm not, please let me finish.
You know I'm finished. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. There are peripheral things that I'm okay with dealing with. Especially if we're both employed. I'll do the other stuff. I don't know, the cable, the internet. I might do the grocery even, But I feel like if for some reason I have to be home taking care of the children, for whatever reason, things happen. Let's say we make a decision as a couple that I want to stay home for the first year of the baby's life and nurse and nurture my baby until they get to pre-K. You should be able, as my husband, these are my personal preferences that I'm not forcing on anyone else. I want my husband to be able to pay for everything and hold us down until baby goes to pre-K and I go back into the workforce if I so desire. That's my personal preference. I wish a man would look at me after carrying a baby for 9 months. This is something that you cannot do. Imagine this. Imagine carrying a baby, not sometimes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many. Imagine carrying a baby for 9 months, going through all the shit that your body goes through to bring a child into this world. And then a man stands there and watches you labor for 10 hours or more or less, whatever, with and push a 10 pound, 9 pound, 6 pound human being through your vagina. Then you have to nurse that baby for 6 months, let's say, right? Or more sometimes. I've nursed my kids through cracked, bleeding nipples. Like, I'm crying while they're nursing. That's how painful it is. Imagine watching a woman bring your children into the world, nurture your children, be mommy, be up in the middle of the night nursing the baby, and you look at her and go, you got to pay your way around here. I wish the fuck my husband would. But there are things that I do as a mother, as a wife, as your partner, that I feel like these are things that you cannot do and you cannot be. And again, my personal opinion, everybody can do whatever they want to do in their own household. In my household, I expect my husband to be able to take care of his family.
Yes, okay, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, okay. We're talking about traditional family here. That's what I hear you talking about. As far as the
I don't not necessarily.
as far as technically that's
Somewhat.
what you're saying. If we're talking
Terms of
about if we're
finances.
talking about a modern day family,
Both people
like we like as far as a modern day family, which is kind of where I am at, we kind of both do things together and do things like we doesn't have to be equally. You can,
And you
but
should do that.
no, I that's what I'm saying. I'm speaking. You
Yeah.
know, when
you
I
should
use-
find a woman who
but
wants to pay
you were,
half
when
of
you were
everything.
talking, you know, I let you talk. So
Okay, I'm sorry.
Let me talk. Let
Yeah.
me talk. So, yeah, you were talking. I feel like the style you were talking was kind of the traditional way, which is fine. You should find a man that will do
I
that,
will,
which
yes.
is great.
Thank
which
you,
is
Vic.
great.
I
But
will.
I'm saying with the way
do that.
it is
Don't do
in
that.
modern day, I feel like it's not even like that. And the thing is, you would say all this stuff, but if you are actually in a relationship, I mean, in married
marriage.
kind of thing, you would, if your husband needed some support in some kind of way. I'm not even like you over dramatize the whole thing
I'm
by
not.
saying like I'm not. I know that happens, but I'm not saying like obviously no man is here looking at you after 9 months of carrying a baby, being in labor and this and breastfeeding your kid and ask you to come pay the bills.
But that is not what happens, though.
No, it's
That is what happens
no.
a lot.
It's really unrealistic unless you have a job that is like kind of like the job is a paid leave when you're doing this or whatever. But I'm just saying it's unrealistic to think that like someone is not going to be understanding of like, okay, this is the time where I have to step
Victor,
up and
you're
pay.
literally saying the opposite of that. You're saying
I'm not
that
saying
you
the-
would want your wife
No.
to you would want you and your wife to split the bills and the rent and sorry,
that's
the
not what
mortgage
don't
or
put
whatever
words
it is.
in my mouth.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's not what I said.
I misunderstood.
I'm
So
talking.
you're gonna pay 100%?
No,
Don't do
I'm
that.
not.
Don't do
I'm
that.
not paying 100% of any.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about the way you made that whole scene about like, oh, she's carried a baby for 9 months and now she's breastfeeding with blood coming out of her titties.
Oh my God.
And she has 6 months. No, I'm saying you really
It's a reality.
Okay, that's a reality. I'm not
not
saying
not
it's
being
not.
dramatic.
No, I'm not saying you're being dramatic. I'm saying that reality that you said, the way you said it, and then you ended up after that saying like a man will watch you do that and then tell you what are you
And
gonna
still
do.
expect you to
No man is gonna watch you going through that at that moment
men
and
do it
be
every
like,
day. What are you talking
but
about?
I'm saying, but okay,
There's-
okay.
there's-
Let's bring it back this way, right? Okay, let's bring it back this way. Let's say you have a job that pays you a good amount of money. Let's say 6 figures, right? We were talking about the broke. If my girl doesn't make anything, I'm paying for every fucking shit, like literally everything. If my girl doesn't have a job and she's not making anything, I'll pay. I don't mind paying for the rent. I don't mind paying for the Wi-Fi, the bills, the groceries, all that. But realistically, okay, what is that? Because you're giving birth to a kid, what does that mean? It means that like we both work and we both make the same amount of money. So now because you give birth to a kid, your money goes into your own life savings or whatever, retirement fund, whatever you want to do with your money, and then I have to use all my money even though we're making the same amount of money. No, I think those kind of situations, can I finish? Those situations where it's always coming up about a woman, a man paying for most of his, in those kind of situations, most of the times the man makes a way much more money than the woman does.
But women, hold on, stay right there. Because here's the double standard. Because when women say things like, I prefer to be with a man who makes a lot of money, you call her a gold digger. But this is
no
the
one does that. No. We're not calling her a gold digger for wanting to be
I'm
with a
not
man.
saying you are.
If
I'm
you
not
prefer,
saying
if
you
you
do. But listen to me. But listen to what the double-edged sword here is. If I say that I will only marry a man who makes a lot of money, who is very wealthy or is wealthy, most people, I'm not saying Vic and I'm not saying you, I'm saying most people would say that I'm a gold digger and that I only want a man for his money and I don't want a man for love. But these are the things that women think about. We think about the fact that we want security and we want stability. Right. I want the freedom to choose to be home if I need to be home and take care of my kids.
let's kind of dive back to it real quick. So basically, you're saying that like women are looking for a man that's very wealthy and secure. I'm saying no, that's not what you're saying. So I'm saying like, so basically what I'm trying to say is that like, I'm saying basically the same shit. If I have a substantial amount of money, I'm making a lot more money than my wife. Of course, I'm paying for everything, bro. If I'm making like your money doesn't even matter because it doesn't. What is your money gonna pay? What bill is your money gonna pay? It doesn't matter. But if I'm making $20,000 a month and you're making $20,000 a month, on what planet does it make sense for me to pay 100% of the bills all the time? Where? What if you're, it doesn't make sense. But if I was making $20,000 and you're making $5,000, then yes, I make so much money more than you. I will pay every fucking shit. But like, and I'm just saying, if like realistically speaking, if we're in the same bracket of things, you would even. Okay. Another thing. It doesn't. Another thing. If I was like a millionaire, whatever, like, you know what I mean? I was a millionaire. I was making whatever, like 7 figures, right? Bro, if I'm making 7 figures and my wife is making 7 figures, whoever pays the bills, it wouldn't even affect us a dent in that at that stage. So if I was making 7 figures, I can pay all the rent and it wouldn't even touch my pocket because I'm making 7 figures. At that stage, it doesn't matter. At that time, we literally just playing chess about. If I'm playing,
I understand that. That is not. That is not.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's not the case for most Americans.
But that's what
for most people in this world. Most people in this world don't come from a millionaire household.
Right.
They're not all.
I know they don't. But I'm saying I'm just giving you scenarios where.
I understand.
I'm giving you scenarios where I can see the man paying 100% of the bill.
Okay, I understand.
A scenario.
I think. Okay. See. So listen to this. I think that this discussion that we're having, as well as the discussion that I see a lot of people having on social media, the reason I think it's irrelevant is because each person should decide for themselves what they want their own marriage to look like without judgment. So why are you? So I'm telling you, hold on. I'm not saying you're judging me. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. What I'm saying is, that's what I want.
Okay, perfect.
This is what you want, and that's okay.
Okay, that's
so
okay.
Then you should. So whoever you marry, you come to an agreement with that person, and you decide who's gonna pay what, what, and you make that work.
That's
for me personally.
Okay, so
when I am,
if the way you said it, if that's the situation, then we don't even have to be talking right now because we could just go home and just go sleep because we both know what we want. Yeah. But we're having a conversation between each other, so we can.
But why is my idea of marriage of the roles in marriage so like crazy to you?
It's not crazy to me. I hear you, but I'm telling you my idea. It's my idea that seems crazy to you. Cause I didn't say anything.
You literally sat here and said that I was over I was making drama.
I wasn't saying about the financial. I was saying about.
It's even more dramatic than I made it sound.
No. I'm not saying about the financial aspect. I was talking.
You missed the essence of what I was explaining.
When I was talking about that, I was talking about when I didn't say you're being dramatic. I know that happens. I'm saying you added like some effects to it to make it more.
Because I was trying to give you the essence of how difficult it is to be a mother.
I get it.
And I was saying for me personally, hold on. I'm saying for me personally, I would find it to be personally an insult for me to go through all those things and for my to be a mother and all the things that it takes to be a mother, and for my husband to not be in a position or not. Or think that all the bills and all the mortgage and everything has to be 50-50. I'm saying that's not what I want for my marriage. If some other people want that, that's fine. I don't want that.
You know what this sounds like? This whole conversation we're having, it sounds like a conversation between two broke people having broke conversations. Because if we had money, if we had a lot of money, if we're successful, we wouldn't be having this talk about.
But
like,
we're not though, and
but-
most people
no, but I'm
aren't.
saying-
Most people aren't wealthy.
I know most people aren't, but I'm saying that like
And I've seen men. Hold on, I've seen especially tradition. I've seen men. I'm talking black families, men who work at the post office, who work at motor plants, who will not let their wife touch a single bill, and these
Those
men
are-
are not rich.
those-
It's
oh,
principle.
those are them.
No,
Those
no,
are
no,
them.
no,
Those
no,
are
no,
their
no, no, no,
principle.
hold on, wait. That makes no. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I understand this conversation.
pride.
But hold on,
Okay.
hold on. But that makes no
It's not
sense.
pride, it's their
because
belief.
no, right. But like their belief is rooted in system. It's rooted in the system. The system was created, and this was rooted because historically women could not work. They had no jobs. They had no money. So hundreds of years ago, yes, men were paying for everything because women couldn't go anywhere. So so women were taking care of the families. They were taking care of the husbands. They were making sure the dishes were done. They were making sure that the house is clean. They were making sure that there was food on the table, right? So you have to understand we do not live in that system anymore in America where there's that big of a pay gap where women are not allowed or women are not able to pay for things. This is the reality. If you look at
there is still a gender wage gap.
Okay, I understand the wage gap. The wage gap does have context. We can get into another day. But in the wage gap, that is a thing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
The wage gap exists, and it exists.
I'm not saying it
more
does.
extensive. You
I'm
can't
not saying-
have conversations and just leave
No,
it
I'm
on
not,
the
I'm not
no,
saying
listen.
it doesn't exist, but I'm saying in the basis of salary, it is not a big enough. It is not a big enough thing to where you cannot afford to pay bills and you
it's-
cannot afford to
It's not about
contribute.
can you afford.
It-
What I'm saying is these
But
people.
that- but
There
that-
are
but
a
that-
lot
but
of
that's
people
what it's
who have
rooted in.
decided. It doesn't matter what it's rooted in. I'm telling you what works for some people.
I understand-
There
okay.
are families who have made the decision that the mother is going to stay home and daddy is going to go to work and he's going to make the money. Or even if his wife
Okay.
does a job, he still thinks in his mind, this is my responsibility. There are a lot of families who've done it that way and they're fine with it and it works for them.
Absolutely.
Everyone needs to do what works for them.
Right. We're not saying you cannot do that, but I'm just telling you what it's
There's
rooted
no
in.
right or wrong though.
But right, I'm not saying it's right or
Right.
wrong. I'm
There's
just telling you what that mindset is rooted in. And
I
I'm telling you,
understand.
Yeah.
right? Okay, I hear you, but what I'm
It's
saying,
also rooted in the fact that biologically women are the ones who
it has nothing to do with biologically, bro.
okay,
It has-
to be honest, to a degree, it does. But
Bro.
getting back to what I was saying, it's just understanding that there's context to these things.
Let me give you.
That's
There's,
all I'm
there's
saying.
context to everything.
There's context to these
There's
things.
context. Okay.
And we're taking these things at face value, and we're just pulling these numbers, we're pulling these stats
Bruh,
from different places, and we're just throwing them there.
I'm gonna tell
That-
you.
that's
I'm gonna
it.
tell you different scenarios,
That's
and
it.
I'll tell you what I think about them. Just listen. I'm gonna tell you my scenario, and that's it. I'm not gonna talk about this topic anymore. Like, but listen to what I'm saying. If I was making the same exact, okay, no, let me start afresh. If me and my wife, if we're both struggling, right? If we're both struggling, whatever, we're making $5,000 a month, whatever, like.
That's 70,000.
That's not really
No. Listen.
That's 140,000 per year.
Keep going.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I'm just giving like an example. I'm just.
You good. Keep going.
What you want me to say? $500 a month? No. Okay, let's say if we're both making $5,000 a month, like that's kind of like whatever. If we're both making $5,000 a month, right? And we're like, okay, the bills on the house is basically let's say combined $5,000 a month. I'm not saying combined.
bills.
No,
Or
combined
combined,
$5,000 a month. We're making combined $5,000 a month, right? I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying.
Combined. Okay.
Right. And then the bills on the house are like literally $3,000 for the bills. Let's say I'm making $2,500. She's making $2,500. The bills on the house, $3,000 for just the bills. Then you have groceries, you have food, you have that. And all that kind of stuff. Let's say everything comes out to like $4,000. If you're making $5,000 a month, you're basically not getting anything out of it. You're basically just paying
To live.
paying to live. So in that situation, what are you trying to tell? Are you trying to tell me that the man should just literally put all his
What?
foot?
No.
No, okay.
That's not what
okay,
I'm saying. That
okay.
doesn't even
I know,
make
I know
any
that's
sense.
not what you're saying.
The numbers
Exactly.
don't even make sense.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But I'm just saying. Okay, what I was trying to say is, if we're making the same amount of money,
I
and
would
we're
say you're not ready to be
wait,
married. That's
if
what I
we're,
would
if we're
say.
making the same, it's okay to marry if you're not completely financially 100% ready.
I'm saying for me-
I'm not talking about you. Whenever I
Okay.
talk for myself.
Okay.
I'm not talking for you. I'm just saying, like, for myself, it's okay for me to
Yeah.
get into. If I really love this person and I want to have a lifetime with this person, I don't have to be super successful or like super have a great job. Like I could have like, you know what I mean? I don't have to have all that in order to like, we're building onto something, so we're gonna get there together.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's for
Yeah.
me. That's for me. There's some other people, they have to make all the money in the world before they feel like they can settle down, which is fine. For me personally, that's what I feel. I feel like if we're both struggling, why I brought those numbers, they're unrealistic numbers, but I'm just bringing it. If we're both struggling together and we're both making equal, if we're making the same amount of money and we're struggling, if you don't think that you should be supporting to pay the bills, it doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
That's not what-
Then another
I know,
thing.
that's not what you're saying. I
Then
know.
that's not what I'm
I
not
know.
saying. What you're saying. I'm
We
saying
know.
what I'm
But
saying.
he's just making this thing.
Number two, another scenario. If we're both making, if I'm making a huge substantial
Yeah.
amount of money more than you, then obviously I'm going to be paying most of the bills, if not all the bills. If I'm making, let's say for example, I'm making $20,000 and you're making $5,000, right? I'm gonna be paying all the bills,
Right.
because your money is
You
just
think it's conditional then?
yes, it depends
Okay.
on the situation. Every time, everything
Okay.
depends on the situation.
Right.
Like if I'm making $20,000 and you're making $5,000, what bills are you gonna be
Okay,
paying with
that
your
makes
money?
sense.
Your money goes to your thing. That and like whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I have an extra $5,000. I will go to whatever I want to do. The $10,000 bills, and I'll still have extra for myself. That's a different situation. I will pay the bills 100% of the time. Another different situation. If we're both in a, like, let's say we both make a substantial amount of money. Like we both make $20,000
At that
each.
point, it doesn't even matter.
At that point, it doesn't matter who pays the bills, because at that point, it's like it's more about like the bills doesn't even, unless our bills are like we're living way above our means, where our bills are like way above our heads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we're making $20,000 each, and then the bills is like, let's say $5,000. At that point, it doesn't even, we would even argue about who's paying the
but
bills and stuff.
The
Wait,
only thing I would add to that is that makes perfect sense. The only thing I would add to that is that we think that people who are billionaires and millionaires have the same bills that we do.
no, I know they
But
don't,
these
but
people have investments, business ventures, and stuff that cost millions of dollars. They too have to decide who pays what.
yeah, I know, but in that situation, if you're those billions of that,
Doesn't-
they're not arguing about you're gonna pay all my bills.
No.
They know I'm gonna pay some sort of bills or some kind of bills. I don't.
It might
see-
not be bills, it
I
might be
don't.
something else.
I don't see any situation where two billionaires will be dating each other and they will be arguing about are you gonna pay my bills.
It
If
wouldn't
you're-
be bills. It wouldn't be bills, but I'm saying it might be something else.
But I'm just
Wait,
saying,
what
in
else
that
would it be?
in that situation, like.
Say, for example, they want to invest in something that is gonna take $40 million.
Bro, no, let me tell you.
They might be like, okay, what pool of money is this coming from?
Yeah, well,
kind of
they
thing.
both, when you're that rich, you just both supporting each other. Like, I'm just saying.
No, I get it.
But you see what I'm saying? I'm saying it just depends on the situation.
It's
Like
conditional
if
situation.
my
It's conditional, I get it.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, if my girl, even if I was making 5,000 and my girl didn't have a job, I'll pay all the bills, and I'm fine paying all the bills. But it's selfish to say my girl is making just as much as me or even more than me. It's so selfish to say because I'm a male or because she carried a kid for 9 months, then she doesn't have to pay any responsibility.
I think
It's
we're
selfish.
talking about apples and oranges here.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
We're
No,
talking
but
about two separate things
it's
here.
not separate. It's just like this.
okay.
It's different context. It's
right.
different
You're talking
conditions to
about-
this.
You're
Yeah.
speaking
Like-
through your own lens as a man, and I'm speaking through my own lens, right?
Well, okay.
And I
yeah.
and what I'm saying is that I personally would prefer.
Right.
Obviously, life doesn't always go the way we want it to go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I might end up falling in love with someone and being like, you know what? I'm willing to take you as you are and let's work together. However, my preference
Yeah.
would be to marry someone who is capable of
Okay.
because that is what I think the role of a husband is, and
Yeah.
I do
Makes
think
sense.
I will not I think that you cannot downplay the role
I'm not-
that a wife and mother is. That is what a wife and what a mother brings to the table is invaluable. And I think the reason I went that direction is because I've heard a lot of conversation online about just you think just because you're a woman you're gonna have to pay your way around here and it's gonna have to be 50-50. What do you bring to the table? I'm so sick of the what do you bring to the table conversations, because what I bring to I am the fucking table.
Personally, just like the way that I was raised, like I don't really look for my wife for finances at all. For the most part, I'm just gonna pay everything. But like I've had this discussion with my brother. If I'm not in a space where, kind of like Kimberly said, to provide for a family or for a wife, I'm not gonna be married. Like I'm not ready for it. So if I'm not ready for it, then I'm not gonna put myself in that position. But once I am in that position, I expect myself to be able to afford to pay for her, to be able to afford to pay for myself, our kids when we have them, vacation, stuff like that. So, and plus also in a relationship, I don't really look for my wife to have a job. I kind of would prefer a stay-at-home mom. Someone that kind of takes care of the home, takes care of the family. But like that's a full-time job. Staying home mom's not an easy job at by any means. It's a job.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna belittle that, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. So that's what I would expect her to do. So that's why I wouldn't really expect her to have any finances, because I mean the finances that I bring in are also our finances.
Okay.
So yeah, so I expect to pay all the bills because I don't really look for her for that. But
Because she's also like a stay-at-home mom,
Yeah,
and
like-
she's not
like
making
she-
anything. So
she's
it's
really
like,
not going to be making
what-
anything.
what
But
is she
again,
gonna be-
if she wants to do stuff, we can also have that discussion. But if I'm
Okay.
telling you this is what my preference is, then this is what my preference is.
Okay, I got you. I hear your preference, but your preference also, I also understand it. It's basically the whole situation of like, you're making money, she's not making money. There's no way you're going to be asking a lady that's not making money to be paying bills. Where's the bill money going to come from? Exactly.
I realized I didn't what you said just reminded me of something. I realized I didn't talk about what my income and so on would be. Ideally, when I do get married, I want to be able to work, as in do things that are my passion. I don't want to have to work as in if I don't make any money this month, then we're not going to be able to sustain ourselves, or we won't be able to find food. I just want to be like, okay, my household, my children are my priority, and I want to be able to give as much time to that as possible. But also I can go and do other things that I'm passionate about, but I'm not doing it because I have to do it to eat. I have to do it, otherwise my child's tuition is not going to be paid. I have to do it, or light's going to be disconnected. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of life that I want. That's what my vision is. Again, things don't always work the way you want, but if I were to say I'm trying to like manifest the life that I want for myself and the future I want for myself, I want to do my passions, the things I love. I want to do charity. I want to spend my time with my children without feeling like, damn, I got to go to the shitty work that I don't like to make money, because if I don't make money to meet my husband halfway, we're going to be evicted. So that's the context.
So you don't plan on working, basically. You just plan on like...
I will work because I'll be taking care of my children and my household.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking
and
about.
I
You know
will
what
be.
I
I will be working, but I don't want to work out of pressure to provide.
So yeah, so you're basically just gonna just be chilling around, like walk.
No, I'm not gonna be chilling.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we're not gonna
We're
get
not-
anything done here
Okay,
because we're
Okay.
on two different.
never mind. No, I'm not saying you chill. I know what you say. I'm saying you just basically taking care of the family. You're basically like us taking care of family. Then you can do whatever you want to passionately do without having to worry
I
about
wanna
money. So
write.
it's like
I would be writing. That is still something that is time consuming and requires attention and time. I would be also
No,
doing probably
I got you.
activism and charity. That's something that takes a lot of your time.
No, yes.
But I don't want to do it out of pressure
No,
to
I hear you.
provide,
I hear
is what
you.
I'm
I
saying.
hear you.
But it is something that is
No,
time consuming.
I hear you.
And
I
it's
hear
not
you.
just chilling.
But exactly.
Okay.
No. But I'm saying no. I hear you.
Saying chilling.
I'm
until
not saying
you're
chill.
not
I'm
doing
just saying
anything.
just doing things. You just like it's not about the money at this point.
It's like
not
if
right.
you want to do this, you can do this. If you don't do this,
yeah,
If I
exactly.
don't want to do it
So
this
at
week,
that
I don't
point-
have to.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, you're not paying any bills. No one is gonna expect you to pay bills if you just doing
It's
things like
not
that
a-
that's not bringing money in.
You're okay.
You know
This
what I
is
mean?
not. No,
If you're doing something that you like, you're just taking care of the family, which you want to do, and you're doing things you're passionate about. If it's not bringing money, no one is gonna be like, yo,
no,
Kimberly,
but
come
it's
pay
not
the
about
bills.
expectation. It's not about
We're not-
no. It's not about you're missing it because I really don't want you to reduce it to that because that's
I'm
not what it is.
reducing it.
You don't realize you're not doing it intentionally, but that is what you are doing. Essentially, you're reducing it to something that it's not.
No.
It's not about, I'm just gonna pay everything because you're not making any money. So I have to. This is about we are intentionally coming to a decision prior to going into marriage that my husband is going to be taking care of his family and his household. We're going to do that intentionally. It's not going to be like, you know what, I'll handle it for now because you're not really doing anything, so I have to. It's like, no, this is the decision that we made together going into the marriage.
Yeah, but I hear you. But I'm saying that is perfectly fine as long as you're just doing those stuff, and those stuff are just fine. The moment you start making a substantial amount of money,
No.
I'm with your passion. I'm just saying, the moment you start making substantial
No, I'm
money
still not
with
gonna
your
do
passion,
that. No.
okay, imagine if I
Because
was,
that's not the
imagine-
decision that
let
we
me-
came
let me
to
give
as a
you-
couple.
I know. Okay, imagine if I
Maybe
was,
my money will go into
okay,
savings.
I'll tell you. I'll give you an example, right? I'll give you an example. Let's say
No,
I'm.
I think she hears you. She's
No,
just saying.
I hear you. I'm not talking about her. I'm just giving you an example in general. Let's say let's say she's Kimberly, and I got married to her in the whole mindset that like I'm going to take care of the whole family. Yes, that's my responsibility. That's what I said I was going to do. Yes, and then she wants to just pursue career passion in writing, which is awesome. And I'm like, yes, that's my responsibility. But okay, now look at this. Let's say Kimberly ends up becoming Shonda Rhimes, where she makes millions,
She's saying
$50 million from Netflix. At that point, wait, you know what I mean? At that point, you know what I mean, though.
From your lips
At
to
that-
God's ears.
No,
I hear
listen.
you.
Like at that point, it's not.
I hear you.
But we're just going in circles.
About to
Never
go in
mind.
circles.
No. From your lips to God's ears. If that happens, that would completely change our lives.
No,
now we
of
have $50 million. So
of
that's
course.
so.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. When you're doing things and there's no money involved, it's just like your passion. Then there's nothing at all.
So then my husband and I would now go
Yeah,
back to
but
the
what-
table and we would have a conversation of how we want to move
Yeah,
forward.
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe we're
Exactly. So we're on the same page.
fucking no, we're not on the
We're
same
all on
page.
the same page, bro. Exactly. So basically, if you're that thing, you're gonna go draw the table again because yes. But whatever, man. No, I'm just saying, bro. It's just fact. I understand what you're saying, but now I clearly understand you though because of based on what your expectations
Yeah, I'm
are.
just saying that's in my ideal world. If I'm manifesting something, I've spent a lot of fucking years doing everything on my own because I'm a single woman. I'm not married. I have to do everything on my own. When I get married, I shouldn't still be in the same spot.
Yeah.
I shouldn't still be like, damn, nervous. Oh my God, I might lose my job because if I lose my job, we're gonna lose a house.
No, but
I don't want that.
Okay, let me tell you.
I want to be like, okay, I'm married.
But yeah,
now I
see,
can relax.
that's how it is in marriage. Even though you're doing stuff, it doesn't mean that when you can't do it, the other person won't support it. See, marriage is basically they say 50-50, but like yes, but like when you can bring 50, if you can only when it comes to a time when you bring in 20, it's different from being a single mother.
I
It's
hear
a
you.
different thing because when you're a single mother, if you don't have it, then it's just you and your kids, and then you gotta.
But what I'm saying
scramble.
to you, I'm
But,
talking
like,
to you about a lifestyle.
I know. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just trying to correct you on that. I'm just trying to show you like.
I'm not corrected. I do
talking-
not stand
no,
corrected.
Look. I'm not talking about the life you envision. I hear the life you envision. I'm talking about this particular thing you just said.
Yes.
When you're in a relationship with somebody, when you're when you're married to somebody, and you don't have to feel like if you couldn't do something, the whole world is gonna end. No.
There could still be
Yeah,
stability.
it's still gonna be stability. There's still gonna because there's another leg to support you.
Okay,
it's
but I don't
different
want
from
that.
like when you just by yourself.
Okay, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
Alright.
don't want that.
All right.
So.
All right. Yeah. All
no
right.
Thanks.
Sounds great.
Sounds
All right.
not great, but
Yeah.
okay.
So I think today we talk about some.
All right, go ahead.
Kimberly, get the fuck out of here. Literally, get the fuck out of here. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Oh my god, it's so hot. Thank you guys for watching to this episode of the podcast. Let me know what you think. I think today was really I got a headache already.
I don't think, no, I have a headache. I don't
Like-
think we've ever argued this much.
No,
over
we
it.
have because this is the most. But I understand where you're coming from now because never mind. Hey guys, thank you guys for watching this episode. Let us know what you think in the comment section and have a great day. Bye. Bye.